In this session we will look at certain math and trig functions. You can get to these functions by clicking on the Formulas tab, looking under Math and Trig, or you can go to the formula bar and click on the function and go to Math and Trig as a category and get to them this way. I like this way, of course, because it gives you a description of what it is and it helps you set up the argument and the function. The first one we'll look at is even. It rounds a number up to the nearest integer. And an integer, of course, is a whole number. Now, this isn't an @round command or a round command. It rounds a positive number up and a negative number down to the nearest integer. So 555 is rounded up to the nearest integer. The closest one is 556. If I was to change this to a negative, it would round it down to a 556. The next one we have is odd. It rounds a positive number up and a negative number down to the nearest odd integer. So from 555 it goes up past the 556 to the 557. Same on a negative basis, it would take a negative 555 down to a negative 557. Integer, it's just the int, still referencing before, it rounds a number down to the nearest integer. You could almost say this truncates the decimals off of the thing. Sign. The sign returns the sign of the number. 1 for positive, 0 for 0, and negative 1 for a negative number. 555 is positive, returns a 1. Negative 555 returns a negative 1. And a 0 returns a 0. Product. It multiplies all the numbers given as arguments. In this case, I have one argument, but I gave it a range. I gave it a range of C4 to C7. We can also go in there and put another comma, create another argument, and stick something else in there. It'll multiply that too. Pi, here's another fun one, returns the value of pi to 15 digits. I truncated it here because I didn't want 15 digits. And the last one, which is sort of fun too, this converts an Arabic numeral to Roman as text. So if you wanted to know what 555 444 was, there you go. This concludes the segment on certain math and trig functions.